Hi, it's Sarah here from Crafting and Stamping, and back with the final part of today's Sale-a-bration Extravaganza. Now I'm just trying to find the live feed of the video so that I'll be able to respond to any questions. I'm a few minutes early, so I'm not going to get started quite yet. Let's see what I'm wanting to do as well. Let's just nudge that camera a little bit. So there we go, that's better. What I want to do is just give a little roundup of what we've covered today. So like I said, this is our Sale-a-bration Extravaganza. It was designed to introduce you to the Sale-a-bration products. These Sale-a-bration products are free with a purchase from now until 28th of January, and there's quite a variety in here. Most of them are free with a £45 purchase. A few of them are free with a £90 purchase, and you can mix and match as many as you want. So the ones that we've used today, I'll grab our cards. We've used the Daffodil Afternoon DSP, and with that we used the Special Moments, and there was another card that I made just as an example. Like I said, awful having to do sympathy cards, so best to do it when it's not actually needed. Hi Lynn. Oh, I didn't have hiccups. It obviously sounded as though I had hiccups, so that must have been the freezing. So hopefully we're on there. That must have been awful if it sounded like I had hiccups. No good at all. So right, so I'm just showing, this is what we've done. We've got the Daffodil Afternoon and the Special Moments that we had paired. And then we moved on and we used the Catching Butterflies, not Chasing Butterflies, and we paired that with the Sunshine and Rainbows papers. That's those. And we made these little sweetie packets. So, and then last time we actually paired these two. So we made otters with the Simply Marvellous paper and the Awesome Otters stamp set. So obviously if you're wanting to make a purchase, I'll come back to what else you need to do in a minute, but if you're wanting to make a purchase, then £45 gets you one or the other of those that we've covered so far. If you spend £90, you'd be able to get them both. What we're going to move on to now is our Friendly Hello, and this is stamp set and papers. So it's really fabulous, and I think it's an absolute must-have. And I know that I'm not the only one. I know that Lynn's had that. So this is really fantastic because you're getting a very good stamp set that is often they are more expensive than some of the other ones that we've got. And we're also getting the DSP. Now, I've got it as 12 by 12 at the moment. I've got some scraps as well because they're not full 6 by 6. So you get 2 sheets of each design. And I'm going to show you a little bit of one of the tricks with this paper in a minute. So we've got some beautiful pastels. some vibrant greens, and if I flip those over, you've got some great smaller patterns that make great backgrounds. And the amazing thing about this as well is that some of these stamps you can actually stamp direct onto the paper. Let me just grab this one. And pull out the flowers to show you which way. Yes, that way. So you can see that those you can overstamp. Let me move that into shot. You can overstamp the duos of flowers with black ink or evening evergreen, whatever your preference is, and you'd be able to fill some of the leaves as well, not all of them. That one is a solid one, so maybe not on this pattern of paper, it might have to be on a different pattern of paper. So that's some of what you can do with that paper. And let me bring in my smaller pieces so that I can show what we are going to have a play with. So what I love about these papers is that oftentimes we've got ones that will go together. So and you'll see with some of the scraps. So we've got 3 sort of patterns of petal pink. Then we've got these beautiful fresh freesia patterns, and we've got some beautiful pool party patterns. And if you wanted to go wild colour wise, we've also got the granny apple green ones as well. So many that will pair up and give you patterns as we're going to use them in a second. So I'm going to show you the card, a version of the card in a minute. So just a reminder for anybody who might be coming in fresh to this, if you want to order from Sale-a-bration, then you can do that online, and whichever demonstrator you order with, you can get these free goodies that are in the Sale-a-bration catalogue. If you want to place an order with me and you use my hostess code that I'll have in the feed, then as well as your products that you order and the Sale-a-bration freebie that you choose, you will also get a thank you card from me, and you will get the make and take pack to be able to make the projects that I've demonstrated this afternoon. So colours may vary, designs, the patterns may vary, so it'll depend on how many packs I need to put together. So right, so let's have a look at the card. So I'm going to demonstrate a different colourway of this card. So what we've done is take one of the colours of the DSP, Pool Party in this case, and we've picked out a couple of the patterns of the Pool Party, and we've got a little bit of Pool Party ribbon on there as well. This time I'm going with the petal pink, and like I've just shown, we've got quite a few versions. The make and take pack that I've got prepared has actually got the fresh freesia, but you may also get the granny apple green. The stamp set, we've got a hello friend, best birthday, and you have my love and support for the sentiments, and so I'm going to be using the birthday sentiment for this. So we've got our layers, and this again is something that you can reuse this design with other patterns as well. So these pieces are going to fit onto here, and I'm just having a little look at how much space I'm going to want to leave between. Again, I'm going to use my wet glue so that it gives me a bit of time to put these in place. And you can see I've got that fresh freesia design on the other side. And what I love is, for these different patterns that we've got, most of them have got what I think of as a plain version and one that's got a bit of black in it. And you can vary, you could cut a load of these out, and you can vary and put the black ones on the outsides and have the plain one in the centre. Or as we've got here, we're having the plain ones on the outsides and the black one in the centre, which is actually what I did with the pool party one as well. But that's purely coincidence. So for those that have played along with the competition, I'll be doing the drawing at the end. We've got a couple of entrants, so I will do the drawing for that shortly. And you'll just see that I put them on roughly where I needed them, and then I've done the two outside bits first, and then I'm putting the centre one in. It helps to get them all even. So then put that in between the two and make sure it's even between. And that gives us a panel that we can then pop up on there. So now I'm going to stamp my long sentiment panel. Again, I'm bringing in my trusty mat because these are photopolymer sets. The great thing about the photopolymer is that you can see exactly where you're stamping. And actually, I'm going to stamp the flower first. That's what I did last time. That way I can actually work my way along. You could, of course, always colour your flower as well. But because we've got the black and white patterns in the DSP, I didn't feel that it was necessary to colour it. It actually fits with the DSP. So I'm now going to stamp the sentiment. Hope you have the best birthday. And then I've used some petal pink ribbon. This is a bit wider than I would have liked for this, but it's having a colour that matches. That was a little bit more important to me. I have already tied a bow to make life easier for myself. So I'm just going to get a bit of tear and tape to hold the ribbon in place. And we'll peel the backing off. And honestly, you can make so many versions of this card with the different patterns that are in this pack. So I'm just going to fold this over, trying to keep it straight. And if I will actually send a tied bow, but if you're doing this at home, replicating at home, and you have trouble with bows, then you could put that piece on and then tie a knot onto that. With this wider ribbon, it's a little bit more difficult to do that. And I'm now going to just put a bit of seal along there. And I'm actually going to just pop a little bit of tear and tape at the end, because I want to make sure that it does stick down at that end and the ribbon is a little bit in the way. So if I pop that there, it's going to make sure that I've got something that's going to stick. nice and sticky. So we're going to pop that onto our petal pink mat. And I'm just trying to get that nice and even. And that's all nicely stuck down. Now we're going to add some adhesive. Let's just move that around. Go on. There we go. And I haven't stuck the other panel down yet. I'll show you in a minute why that is. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to double check where I want to put this, because I'm going to overlap my sentiment with the DSP panel up there. So I'm just looking to see how close to the edge I want to put it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals, then I'm going to pop this on dimensionals, but I only want the dimensionals on that bottom bit and ordinary glue here, because it's going to be level with this panel. I want to keep all the layers level. You can just see that. But this is level with this. So I'll grab my dimensionals. And this is one of those larger ones that I talked about. So I'm going to pop one in between. I'm doing the corners, like I said, and then in between and in the centre of those squares. Because if I just did the corners and the centre, that's a large panel and it's probably going to get a bit squished if it goes through the post. So make sure that my card is opening the right way. I'll just take the insert out for the moment. And then we want that, like I say, fairly well up to the top and even at the sides. And then I'm going to use these edge pieces. So I want to make sure I've got it, that's the base. So I'm going to pop those down there, and I'll just put extra one on each corner. But you can see that that is going to overlap, and now I can put some wet glue on there that will adhere it to the edge of that panel there. So it doesn't go run all the way, and if you want to, you can just clean the end of that. You can just put your glue on the edge of that panel. So we're going to overlap like that, get that even with each side. And there we've got that adhered. Then to attach the bow, I'm wanting my mini glue dots. We have so many beautiful ribbons. It's excellent, and I'm just going to turn that so that it doesn't cover up too much of that birthday sentiment. So that's that. Now I'm going to bring back in this. There is a little strip that I'm going to be including that you can put on your card if you wish. You might not want to. If you're getting the stamps, if you're getting this whole lot, then you may want to just go with the stamps, because what I'm going to do is take my petal pink, there we are, very faded label, but it is my petal pink. Luckily I can check underneath, but the sun has really faded this label. So, and grab my mat, and I'm going to start from the bottom up with this, because I'm taking the bird and flower combo, and I'm going to stamp this in the lower corner like that. And then I'm going to use my Memento black that we've used on the front. So throughout all of this we've just got black, white and in this case petal pink. And for the other one I've got black, white and pool party. And like I say, you've got another version that not that one, I want the, already used that one. So I'm using the Hello Friend. Now this is a very bold sentiment, and it's actually much better if you use a Stamp-A-Majig so that you can double stamp it, but I am going to go for it and just stamp it the once. And that's actually come out rather well. So there's our insert. And I'll stick that on the inside. Come on, there we are. Sometimes it ends up a little bit too far, so all I do is take my finger and just roll it so that the glue is right at the edge. There we go. And then I'm going to pop that in there like that. And there we've got our card. So that's our final card. As I say, using the Friendly Hello stamp set and DSP together. Bring that back in again. So stamp set and DSP pack together. A more expensive price point. It's free with a purchase of £90 or more. But honestly, I do think it is well worth it. It is an excellent combo. So I hope that that has given you lots of inspiration for which of the Sale-a-bration freebies you might want to opt for, and hope that it's given you a few ideas for how you can use the different Sale-a-bration products. Of course, you can mix and match them wonderfully with the products that are in the January to June catalogue and also the annual catalogue. So I'm now going to do the drawing. We've got two entrants, Sue and Lynn, that have correctly answered the questions. So I'm just going to fold these really small. And then I'll grab a container to just be able to mix them up in. So fold that over. We'll grab one of our cups. So I'm going to put those in there. And reach in, and the winner is Lynn. So well done, Lynn. You will be getting a little pack of some of the DSP. You'll get a dozen 6x6 sheets, a little bit of a mix of different ones. So I'll get that to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for participating today. Like the ordering for this, the order with the free make and take pack It will be open until 2 p.m. on Monday. And like I say, you'll get a make and take pack like this, but the colours could vary. And I hope that, like I say, hope that that's inspired you. Thanks for being with me. Thanks so much for responding to me and just letting me know you're out there. That's great. And I shall see you again soon.